6 unhinged theories I think will happen in Stranger Things Season 5. Number 1 is Vecna is actually Elle's biological father. This one definitely has a Star Wars vibe to it, I can tell. It's well documented that Dr. Brenner, known as Papa to the children, kept them hostage and isn't really actually their father, but that's what he just gets them to call him. And we know who Terry Ives is, and there's a lot of talk about Elle's mother. Could Brenner have done some science experiment on like Terry Ives, for example, and got them pregnant to see if they can make like a superhuman child? On that, it also could be possible that they used Henry's blood to give the children their powers, and Terry Ives and that were already pregnant, and then the blood just kind of injected these superpowers into them. Theory number 2 is that Will died on the day he disappeared. Now this theory also floated around with Harry Potter, saying Harry woke up and it was all a dream, but maybe this is all a figment of Mike's imagination, that the fact that he was so devastated that he lost his friend on that day, that he then made up this story to make Will the Wise a superhero in order to deal with his grief. Now I don't think this one will be as plausible, because why would you put 10 years in the making just to annoy your fans like that? But it does seem kind of true with the crazy things that have actually went on, like how everyone forgets Will's birthday, and Will doesn't really have a storyline as much, and no one really connects with him because he's not actually there, and it's a figment of Mike's imagination. Theory number 3 is that this whole thing was a D&D game. This one I definitely can see happening, because a lot of things are relating to what would happen in Dungeons & Dragons game, such as rolling certain numbers on the dice to defeat bosses, or like with Season 1 when Will didn't roll the correct number and got to the Demigorgon got him, or the Mind Flayer. All Dungeons & Dragons characters, and it would make a lot of sense. Theory number 4 is that Will can control the Upside Down. From what we've seen from the teaser Season 5 and what Vecna did to him, it seems like he might actually have the ability or the powers to flip the Upside Down and make it the right side up, which is what the final episode is actually titled in Season 5. It'd be a crazy turn of events and a good come up for Will, and I think he kind of deserves this hero ending. Theory number 5 is that Karen Wheeler has a lot to do with this, more than we actually understand. And honestly, when you think about it, she could be actually essential to the whole storyline of all the seasons past. For example, her son's best friend goes missing. Her daughter's best friend dies. She was going to have an affair with Billy in Season 3, but in the end she never went, and he actually got taken to be an agent. So like, kind of, if that never happened, Billy wouldn't have been taken. Vecna also targets Nancy in Season 4, makes her see scenes of what the future of Hawkins will actually be. I'm not directly actually targeting Karen, but a lot of things actually point to they could be targeting her. And the final theory number 6, is that Mike will be the one Vecna never saw coming. Mike's been described as the heart of the group by Will. He's a heart to Elle. He keeps everyone going when no one else believes. And he was there in Season 2 when he realized it was a trap. And despite Mike always being there, he's not really had a big role in defeating Vecna before. I think it would make complete sense if Mike was the one, because he's kind of been the main storyline, like I said, with Karen and that other theory. Everything's revolved around kind of the Wheeler's house. They have been impacted some way or another. But what theories do you have, and what do you think will happen in Season 5?